Oh.
Go ahead.
I'm Junebug.
I'm Genesis.
And this is...
Let's see how this goes.
Take 2.
Yes, so while editing, I found out that our normal intro didn't record any audio, so...
That had nice lighting, our mics.
Like everything.
Yeah.
So this is towards the end of the night. We're getting ready to wrap things up. And so our topic this week is things that we do to live green and live cheap.
I say greener and cleaner, but cheap does come hand in hand sometimes, Susan.
So,
yeah,
thumbs
10
up.
ways we do it.
10 ways we
Yeah.
live greener, cheaper, and
Cleaner. Okay, number 1. I don't know if you can see the finger.
Mm-hmm.
We recycle the heck out of stuff. Unfortunately, we didn't bring you with us on our adventure yesterday. There's no recycling center near us, so I load up my trunk until I can fit no more, full of cardboards and anything that could be recycled, and we take it like 45 minutes away to another town to recycle it in this huge recycling center. We had so much stuff in my trunk, that bench was completely full of cardboard, and we have our handed in the garbage, which don't get too close, it's nasty, it's the garbage side, but we have this black side, no bags or anything for some recyclables. And then we take our cans back, honestly. Want to save some money, and I feel bad throwing cans away.
Mm-hmm.
So, on to the next thing.
Another thing that we do to live greener lives is with all of our plants and like our pumpkins for Halloween, instead of throwing them in the garbage, we take them outside into the woods where they decompose. I know at some point maybe Junebug and I would like to get a compost pile to help with a garden that maybe we possibly will be having later on this year. What's great about getting rid of the pumpkins in the woods is all the squirrels and deer that like to munch on that stuff. So not only are we keeping it out of landfills, but we're also helping animals to be fed.
We'll show you what's left of a pumpkin.
Ta-da! Number 3 on the list that we do to live clean is cruelty-free products. This is just a short little example of what we use. What we look for in our products is usually a picture of a bunny somewhere, and that means the product is cruelty-free, not tested on animals.
I think it's called Leaping Bunny Certified or something.
Bunny certified.
And it doesn't know what to focus on, but y'all know what the Leaping Bunny is. Mm-hmm. But we also do that because we have bunnies.
Yeah. Since we have bunnies, we care what happens to other bunnies out there. Whatever breed Bianca is, because I think she's a mix of two, was bred to be a lab rabbit, so she's much more docile and more easily handled.
She also eats everything.
Which is what scientists look for in a rabbit, because if you put something in front of them for them to test it on, she's gonna eat it. We
unintentionally have a testing rabbits.
Yes.
Well, next. So another thing, it's a newer thing, because I'm a paranoid lady, but y'all, you've heard of Bailey Sarian, I assume, the true murder mystery makeup lady. She also does the Dark History podcast, and I watch those as well, but she did a podcast about, it was called Death by Christmas Candle, and how so many chemicals and stuff are put into our products that are bad for us, and just not great in general, especially like fragrances and stuff. So she mentioned it's called the Detox Me app. The app itself I didn't find that helpful, but there's something in it that I use a lot. It's under personal care, and it's called Skin Deep. So what you do, if it can be seen, is you type in a product. Like, what should we put in? Let's go to just Dove. People know Dove. Dove Skincare. It's a brand that pops up. And they have this hazard score. Obviously, the lower the number, the better it is. Like, less cancer, less allergic reactions associated with it. And then you could see, like, it'll do the best ones first. Like, these are pretty okay. But then you could also do worst to best for certain products. Some of these, oh, that's a 9. Yeah. I have not seen a 9 yet. Like how bad things are for you. Like, you click on it, it'll tell you Like, cancer is low, which is nice, but it's very high for allergies and moderate for developmental and reproductive toxicity and moderate use restrictions. Which I had to learn means there's restrictions by law on stuff. Like, they can only use a certain amount, meaning it's not really good for you, but they put it in there anyway. But I just like doing that. Makes me feel better about what I'm putting in my body.
Or on it.
Yeah. But that's the tool I really like. That's how I picked out some new deodorant. So another one, I guess it depends on the plant, but we have plants in our house. I have lots of plants. Not as many as some people, but we do have like 10 plants.
You would know how many.
This is a pilia. I've always wanted one. They're cute. You can share them apparently. But then we have like this big guy. We have 2 snake plants far away from cat, obviously, because those are poisonous to cats. But apparently snake plants are good at like absorbing toxins or whatever in the air. It just improves the air quality, which is nice. We have an old house. I don't know what's in the air.
We got snake plant there.
Yeah, Dinky Sue cannot reach it, so it's all okay.
And then we got a little bamboo piece from IKEA.
Dinky Sue cannot reach that either. Next.
Number 6 on our list is we reuse and repurpose pretty much all that we can. For instance, at work, any scrap wood that's going to get thrown away, I bring home, and I've used that in several projects. That's what the Buns stairs is made out of, is everything used with the exception of the screws for the Buns stairs was going to get thrown away, but I ended up bringing home and able to make something out of it. And then, like, as 2 examples, an old pickle jar that Junebug loves is pickles. It holds just random screws and nails, and then I've got random pieces of tools in here from an old ham container. Quill's food bowl is an old candle holder that we've cleaned out.
Okay, so another thing, it's good for the wallet, but it's just better to reuse stuff that are perfectly fine instead of buying a new, like in my opinion. So especially when we first moved into our apartment, I hit up Goodwills all the time to try to like fill in the pieces of stuff we were missing. Like our silverware holder, that's from Goodwill. But these were just some of the things from like Goodwill or secondhand stores. I don't just go to Goodwills. Like the basket with all of our remotes. Also, the cat loves to sit in it. I got this basket from Goodwill. This for the wedding I found at Goodwill. It was perfectly fine. It was like the well wishes. Our fruit bowl, which has some kiwis in it. Goodwill. I've had that since we moved in together 4 years ago. This is one of my favorites, that little bike. Well, I put the snowman in there for fun. He didn't come with the bike, but I love the aspect of I don't need it new. It just has to be new to me. And then we also, our reflex is never to throw something away unless it needs to go in the trash. But we always offer anything we're getting rid of, like to family or friends first. But then we also have a place in town that, it's not a Goodwill. Like they have like a little food pantry in it. They have certain days where stuff is free for people who need it. They have free baby socks. They have stuff like that and it's really discounted, more so than a Goodwill, but it's very much a helpful place that we donate stuff to. But yeah, we try to have our stuff live longer than us, and that's how we get us stuff, a lot of our stuff. So, back to Bailey Sarian and Death by Christmas Candle. I'm now paranoid about lighting candles for too long, because supposedly that candle going for an hour is the equivalent of smoking a cigarette. I don't know if that's 100% true, but it makes sense.
I feel like ventilation's also got something to do with it, airflow.
So candles are only lit like if we have people over and I'm worried about it being smelly because I can't really smell. And then like maybe an hour or 2 at night instead of, I used to light them, they used to be lit for hours every day. But now I'm like, let's go back. We don't need that. But then also it saves money because we're not going through candles as often.
So number 9 on the list is natural lighting.
Let there be light.
We keep the curtains open during the day to help let the sun heat the house, and then we close the curtains at night to help keep the heat in. So, I mean, any little bit helping with the energy bill is huge.
Yeah.
With the sun coming in the house during the day, we have to keep like 0 lights on, so that also helps keep the cost of energy down. So last on this list, number 10, is that we use less products. So we do not use dryer sheets when we do our laundry. I use water to style my hair. Like, there is 0 product involved in the making of this. Junebug also doesn't wear a lot of makeup. Apart from shampoo, that's pretty much the only thing either of us use in our hair for hygienic purposes. Junebug, I guess, also uses conditioner. We also do not use any like the Glade or Airwick scent plugins. So that completes our list for this week, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye.